Now, one of the biggest growth areas within angling at the moment is something called street fishing, and gathering around me are 200 of exactly that type of angler, street anglers. We're in the street. This is the main square in the centre of Hellevoetsluis, and surrounding the town is the old moat and ramparts. We've got the canal running through the middle, we've got the main lake just by the side, and also there's a river here as well, so lots and lots of water. And the idea with these guys is literally they do exactly what it says on the tin, i.e. they go street fishing. They travel really, really light. You'll see they've got a bag, a net, one or two rods, and they've got to go around this area and catch as many predators as they possibly can. Now, you don't get so many zander within these areas, but there are a lot of pike and also a lot of perch. But any minute now, the horn's going to be sounded and all of these guys will scatter to the four corners and start their street fishing expedition. Yoshi, the big day is here, and you've had some good practice time.
Yeah, finally it's here. I'm a little bit excited. What's coming if the fish is also biting good as in the last days?
Well, this is the guy that won it last year. I need a chair to talk to him, actually, to stand up. Michael, great event last year. You're back again?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I have to come back, and I really want to. Yeah, not only have, but I really want to come back and try to do my best to win again. Yeah.
What's going to be your tactic?
It's the same tactic like last year. So I try to fish what I believe in. I try to fish the same lures that I fish at home, and maybe I changed my tactic a little bit in front of last year. So I try to catch some bigger fish with bigger lures. Maybe I'm right, maybe not. So we will see.
So first time in the event. What do you think so far?
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I think really excited. Been out practicing for the last 4 or 5 days, so no, I'm really looking forward. I'm just glad it's finally come round.
Caught any perch?
Yeah, perch. I haven't caught any zander or pike, but I've just caught perch.
That it's very, very interesting, you know, because I spoke to various different people, and some have really struggled with the perch.
Yeah.
And they've caught everything else, and others haven't caught perch.
Yeah, I've caught plenty of perch, so I think that's tactic-wise. I think that's what I'm going to go for initially.
What are your opening tactics going to be? You're going to go for pike or perch?
Yeah, pike is my first technique or tactic, and I hope it works. And when it's getting darker, I'm going to try it for pike perch. When it's getting dark.
As the whistle blew to start the event, the streets of the old town at Hellevoetsluis were invaded by the street fishing army. Some areas are known to be pike hotspots, and the race was on to get there first. Predators are known to be aggressive feeders, and those that cast first often have the best chance. So Marcel, nice pike there. Just talk us through how you caught it.
Yeah, I've caught it with this lure. So I catch it with this. He catched it, I loosed it, I cast again, and he grabbed it again. So aggressive. It was really nice. Yeah, to finally catch him. My first fish today, 63. Not the biggest, but I'm happy with it because every fish you catch is great.
Pike were the main target species in the daylight hours, and around the canal and the moat there were plenty coming out, some of them pretty big. As darkness fell, the event continued, and it proved to be immensely popular with the competitors as the Kiwis continued to fish, whilst others had a break for some well-needed refreshment. The pike continued to be caught, but zander are known to hunt in low light, and nighttime suited them perfectly as they came on the feed and the anglers filled their boots. One of the competitors found a pack of them and managed to take 10 in total just through the night section. The match ran on to midnight and concluded at the main town square again with a big party and a few celebratory tales. Despite the field being dominated by German anglers, it was the Dutch and Latvian boys that took the top 3 slots, with Vitalis Karpenkovs of Latvia netting the title. The final day of the boat event saw one team way ahead of the others. Guys, wow, what an event it's been so far. Final day, is it in the bag? Do you think you've won?
I think we have a very good chance now. Very good chance.
It will take...
The game is still open because we don't have so big advance right now.
But you would need to come less than 13th, I believe, today to be knocked off first place.
Yeah, that's right.
That's true.
And it's a Finnish 1-2 at the moment as well. Your teammates from Finland, they're also doing very well in second.
Yeah, I was expecting that they do that. They are very hard.
So a second on day 1, a first on day 2. tactics clearly working.
We start hardest fish. We say that. Yeah. And then the next hardest and then the easiest one.
The final day dawned with Tuusanen and Attila holding a massive 12-point lead. It would take an absolute disaster to derail the consistent duo. So just looking across there at boat number 11, the Finnish pairing of Markku Tuusanen and Antti Attila, and straight away they have a fish on. Look at that. That. Very, very quickly they've moved to the shallow water. And there's no messing with that one very, very quickly there. Great, great start for them. The only pairing that could really challenge for the lead were their Finnish teammates of Pataja and Blomqvist, and they tried their hardest, but it simply wasn't enough. And immediately the cast goes back out again, and another fish is hooked straight away. That's one of the things about perch, of course, they feed in packs. Both perch and zander live more or less in the same sort of areas. And let's have a look. Yep, it's another perch straight away. That's 2 perch. You can see how happy they are there. Another fish there for Attila. And that slight change, it just goes to show, there it is, there's the 3 perch. And it goes to show that if there's fish around, these boys can certainly catch them. They started off on one tactic, 2 fish in very, very quick succession. And typically, like we see in angling so many times, the fish just go off the feed or move slightly, and it's a micro change that they need to make, which will be the difference between catching and blanking. And that's the difference with these top anglers. At this level, the guys know when they need to change. Antti and Mikko were absolutely on fire and couldn't be stopped. They recorded another full set of fish, and having finished 4th and 3rd over the last 2 years, the consistent Finns recorded their first ever classic victory. There were celebrations all round in a number of classes as the prizes were handed out and the cameras recorded the historic achievements. England took a prize as Gary Palmer caught the biggest pike of the event. The competition in the street event, kayak angling and of course the boat event had been very strong in testing conditions. Prizes for the biggest perch, the biggest zander and of course the biggest pike, as well as the top 3 slots, but the greatest celebration of all went to the winners of the boat event.
As the overall World Predator Classic Champions 2016.
Well, gentlemen, the end of what has been a fantastic event. Firstly, presentation-wise, how did that feel up there? That emotion?
Unbelievable. I don't have words anymore. Unbelievable.
It was a great show, and I feel so good to be in there. All those fires and the voices, so fantastic.
Having celebrated hard the night before, the next day the 2016 champions Tuusanen and Attila were able to take their impressive prize back to Finland.